Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know I haven't updated in quite a while because I've been quite busy the past few years, but now that I'm quite free, I'm back and I've got more new stuff to review. What we have with me today is the all Nippon Airways Boeing 747-400D in the special Pokemon livery. The 747-400D, the D in that stands for domestic. So what you're going to see that is different is that the typical 747-400 has a winglet over here. This one has no winglet. This one is just it has no winglet. And also the configuration inside the aircraft, the cabin, is that it's all economy. So even on the upper deck, which is here, okay, the upper deck is also all economy. And I would imagine that it will be a bit less comfortable than being on the lower deck because it's probably a lot more narrow. And if you have the window seat, you'll be a bit hemmed in, so it might feel a bit more cramped, claustrophobic. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think only Japan has the 747-400D, both Japan Airlines and All Nippon Airways. I have not heard of any other country that has this special version of the 747-400. Okay, so let's just explore this model. This model here is in the landing config. So that means that the flaps are down. Okay, the flaps are in the configuration that's prepared for landing. So they provided and the flaps are obviously not retractable. So once it's there. You can't retract the flaps, or you can't take out the flaps from the toy itself. It's stuck at the landing configuration. So yet at the same time they provided this landing gears here, see, and it's magnetic, you can take it out. Okay, but I think putting back in would be the option that makes more sense, because if you have your flaps all the way down to landing configuration, without the gears, you're gonna get an ICAST message, and after that you have to go drink coffee at the management office if such message does appear. So it's in a flap down configuration. So that's why I decided to put this aircraft on the stand and put down all the attach all the landing gears. Okay, it's magnetically attached. Please don't put the door stopper on an aircraft that has a landing configuration, because it just doesn't make sense. I mean, for people who knows about flying, they know that this doesn't make sense. Okay, you have a landing flaps, you have to have the gears down. Okay, so well, it does, I mean, for a while it does make sense. If I don't put this on a stand, put this on the table, okay, this happens, okay, but for a very short while. That short little distance between the time the aircraft touches down to when the aircraft in fact, when the aircraft touches down, the spoilers will all be up. So this on the ground only happens between the initial taxiway exit to turning out the first taxiway. Okay, that's when the pilot will start to retract the flaps. So it doesn't make sense to put your aircraft like that, to display it like that. If you want to put it on a stand where it's on the approach mode, approach config, and approach config plus I think about maybe 2,500 feet and below, then it will be in this configuration. Okay, so now let's take the time to look at the details of this aircraft. So when I took this aircraft out of the box, I'm not doing any unboxing because it's just a standard, sleeve, printed sleeve with the logo, and then just a normal standard taking out the aircraft out of the box kind of thing. So I'm not going to do any unboxing video. No special experience with regard to that. Okay, but the first thing that struck me when I first took the aircraft out is how the pictures do not do the actual aircraft any justice. I don't even think if it looks that nice on video, but if you see it in person, I can tell you it looks so grand, so majestic, and when you carry it, it feels so heavy, and it's just the entire model screams quality. So for the amount of asking price this aircraft went for, I think that it was absolutely worth it. To me, as long as there's some antennas on top of the aircraft, I have no idea what those antennas are, but these are just little signs. And look at that, that's the beacon. The beacon, it's not painted on, it's like an actual red little let me just show you there. No, it's not focused. So anyway, the beacon is this one red little gem like kind of a little thing, a red gem that's stuck on there, so it's like a separate material from the rest of the aircraft. Okay. So holding it, carrying it, super high quality. The amount of details is it's quite good, quite intricate, and the quality of the paint, you can tell it's really very accurate and very well done. So I'm just going to run through very quickly. Okay, so these the base of this aircraft, the color is, instead of white like a usual airliner aircraft color is, the base is yellow. And then you have a couple of Pokemons. I have no idea what some of them are because they are, Pokemon from the later generations. I'm only quite familiar with the blue, red, and yellow era. But I recognize this one. This is Torchic. Let's see Torchic? That one there. I recognize this one, obviously. That's Pikachu. And what's quite cool is there's the Pokeball on the engine cowling itself as well. See, the flaps are all down, so obviously prepared for landing. 2,500 feet or below. Pikachu again in the reverse. The most recognizable Pokemon in this aircraft, at least. That's some dog, hentai. What's his name? I have no idea. But it's one of those legendary dog. There we go, in focus. We have Mewtwo there. We have Meowth. I have no idea what the name of this Pokemon is, but from what I've seen in some YouTube video before, it's actually based on a real animal, so that's quite interesting. Like the cheek, it's not really mythical. It's some sea creature actually has that kind of feature on its cheek. So you have the ANA logo. So what's quite cool is that this whole aircraft, the Pokemon theme going on takes precedence over this the ANA kind of logo. So a lot of airlines, you know, it's like they have to make sure that you know that this is this airline or that airline, you know, and the theme of the aircraft never overshadows the special livery, right? But you see, all Nippon Airways, just one little logo there, so unassuming. They are that confident that, you know, people know that this is an all Nippon aircraft. Anyway, that's just off topic. We have a Pichu, the one version or the unevolved version of Pikachu. Again, it's one of those later generations of Pokemon. It's not in the first 150 original Pokemon. And we have Mew, and the mandatory Star Alliance logo. So ANA is a member of Star Alliance. I don't think I need to talk about Star Alliance with you guys, right? You're not interested in that. You're more interested in seeing what the toy actually looks like in person. So yeah, that's my review of this all Nippon 747-400D. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to just maybe manually turn this aircraft, and so you can admire its looks. Trust me, it's super high quality, at least to my standard. So I'm really happy with this. I put this on my shelf, and every time I walk past, I just take a look at it and I feel so happy, you know. It's as if it's the same kind of happiness as a photographer going to the airport to take a look at aeroplanes, you know. So I can't go to the airport now. I brought the airport home to me. Alright, hope you enjoyed. I have a couple more aircrafts to review, so if you want to see more, some are quite exciting, I promise you that. Just hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.